I want to talk about adding images, working with tools, and doing possibly a signature. What it is, I have this contract. This is a basic form that I personally created. And if I want to put a picture in here, such as a scan of something here, and I clicked on edit on the far right panel, and what I'm going to do here, I could just say add image. I browse, I have that. It shows this. It looks a little weird, don't worry. I click once. I can shrink it down just like a little graphic. Pull it up, pull it there, get it the right size. And then I click outside here. And let's say they want to put the date on the contract. I could click on add text. I click here and I could type in the date. I click outside here, or actually hit the escape key. I've got it there. If I'm in here, I can pull it down a little lower. I can go back into here. This is now locked in here, I believe, and it's going into other text boxes, but I've got that in there. Next thing, oh, and you could do formatting with the text with alignment, bold. You have that format. I'm working with Creative Cloud. The earlier versions, such as 10 or 12, will not have these intense features. But I'm going to go into this boat registration form. This is a little PDF where they add all these little boxes here. I could type in, I'm not going to fill the whole thing in here. I'm doing an application here. Length, and I could say 45. It's for a boat registration. And horsepower, I could say 120. Let's just leave it at that, and we have the whole form here. General information here, but what I need to do, I might be mailing some things in. You want a signature in here. I click inside here. This I don't know how to do. I'm going to be blunt about it. I can't edit this because they've locked it. I'm going to click on edit PDF here, and cannot be edited. Use Lifecycle Designer to use this form. I say OK. And I'm going to try this. I'm going to say add image. I can't do it. So what I would have to do, I could do this a two-parter here, but it would be a rather intense one. What you can do, you can actually export this if it's not restricted into a Word file. For example, let's minimize this. Give me a second here. And I'm going to go into this form here. Give me a minute. I have quite a few things here on my desktop. Going to put it in this folder here. Paste. And I'm going to right click inside here. Right click. I'm going to say open with. I'm going to put this in Word. I've done this. This can take, believe it or not, considerable time to open this up in Word. You can see the hourglass here. This is a Word file that I already have. Trying to show you a lot of the stuff here, a lot of the forms that you get, especially from government agencies or law firms, it's now going to convert this. I'm going to say OK. Are restricted. They don't want it alter. That are not reflow. Word will not display this content. I'll say OK. So you're going to be losing information. Extreme caution in proofreading of these things, especially if you're tinkering with a credit card agreement. And it's in a protected view. I'm going to say enable editing. Say OK. As you can see, a little boring, but I'm showing you the actual process of this. I'm scrolling down. It doesn't look too bad. Actually looks pretty darn good. I could add some signatures, adjust margins and stuff like that. So if I want to put a signature in here, and I can convert it back to a PDF, they want that. And if it's a state thing, they want a human signature. But if you're sending something back to a realtor or your tax accountant, you could just right click inside. You could just insert a picture on top of this thing here and it will work. And I'm just looking at this thing here. It is actually a fixed object. It will not do this, okay? So I'm showing you a few things in here. Sorry if I sound like I'm babbling while I'm doing this. I'm just showing you how to do these things. And I could go back into my Acrobat file, and what I could do, print it out, scan it, and then resend it to the person. That would probably be the best bet.